Greetings, music geeks, audiophiles, and juggalos. My name is Jimmy, and you are listening to the Weekly Waltz, Episode 6. Well, first of all, today I wanted to just take some time to address the show's progress and how things have been moving along. I started the show just around a month ago, and since then I've been receiving several submissions from many independent musicians and artists, some of whom I know directly, some of whom I'm fairly acquainted with, and some of whom I've never heard of in my life. And I currently have a decent-sized list of artists' music to play, but with each new episode I have to mark another one down to be saved for a few weeks, so that I can continue to seek out other artists on Bandcamp or reach out to friends and keep on taking in a variety of tunes. So, I'm sincerely asking you guys, if you have a band, write songs, compose soundtracks, produce, or know anybody else that might be interested in having a song played on our show here to all of our listeners, please send it in to me. I don't care how well I know you or if I have never talked to you before in my life. If you've got a track you'd think I'd like, send it over to theweeklywaltz@gmail.com. Direct files or an upload link will both work just fine. Just please send me anything you got. And aside from that, I sincerely would not be able to do this without your ears. So thank you, each and every one of you listening at home. Well, today we have a new co-host for the episode. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kalee Joy. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a business major at McNally Smith, and I am frontwoman for the band Lavender Daughter.
Oh, nice. Have you released any albums recently?
In February, I released an EP with Christian DeLooper and a couple other cool artists from McNally called Brand New Truth. Yeah. So, yeah, it was like 7 tracks.
Right, yeah. I remember we had Christian on the show a few episodes ago, and we talked about that a little bit. And you said you're working with another band, Lavender Daughter, at the moment as well?
Yeah, I am. We're a 5-piece folk band. We were playing earlier last year with a different lineup, like an accordion and stuff, and then people graduate, and you just kind of have to, like, bandmates are pretty temporary.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, finally, what's your favorite color, Kalee?
I really like, I'm a big fan of chartreuse.
Oh, man.
It's like a green.
We're stepping outside the box here today with our colors. All of our other guests that we've had on the show, red, blue, black. Chartreuse. Yeah. We're really stepping out. This is the growth of the podcast here. All right, well, moving right along, we've got a gigantic gob of tunage for your ear holes to respond to. We're going to get the reels turning today by listening to an artist named Ajjarapu. His last name is spelled Ajjarapu. And in March of this year, he released an album that was called Sing Along Until You Feel Better, which he states is an album that's meant to be played in order. It's very heavily classic pop influenced, with little bits here and there of inspiration from artists such as the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Big Star, etc. And yeah, a whole bunch of influence from those guys loaded into it. And I'd say it's the perfect way to start off the mix today, so we're going to listen to a song off of that album called Don't Worry, Gina. And once again, that's from Ajjarapu, so let's take a listen.
It's the feeling I got when the two of us spent all our spare time kissing. So don't worry, Gina, I'm through with Ohio. I'm moving back to Chicago, and I ought to be home tomorrow. Honey, I've been doing some pretty hard thinking, and I gotta say that without you around, I feel like I'm sinking a deeper each day. So don't worry, Gina, I'm through with Ohio. I'm moving back to Chicago, and I'm tired of flying solo. Baby, if I could take to Chicago, and I ought to be home tomorrow. Don't worry, Gina, I bought an 86 Volvo, chugging down some espresso, and I ought to be back tomorrow. Don't worry, Gina, I'm through with Ohio, I'm moving back to Chicago, and I'm tired of flying solo.
All right, well, we just heard from Phil Ajjarapu and his song Don't Worry Gina. I thought that was a really groovy little number. I always enjoy hearing that song, and honestly, the entire album. I'd highly suggest grabbing it if you're able to, but right off the bat, at the beginning of the song, I just thought it drew my attention right away.
Yeah, it sounded very like bouncy and it kind of like the guitar tone. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard it before though.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think that what I caught right away is like there's that little guitar melody right at the beginning that sounds exactly like the little melody from the God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, like.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool little Easter egg in there. And then there was also another Beach Boys Easter egg in there when he goes into the vocal harmonies and he goes, "Don't worry, baby," where it, I don't know if you've heard the Beach Boys song "Don't Worry, Baby," but they have that as well. So I think that, yeah, that was really cool how he incorporated all of those little parts of the Beach Boys' popular songs into his tune. And overall, I thought the vocal harmonies were really well put together, really stacked on top of each other nicely, and the song overall I thought had a really clear structure.
Yeah, I liked the call and response on the harmonies too. I thought that was pretty tight and together.
Yeah.
Also,
Absolutely.
yeah, I really like lyrics as a songwriter. That's like my thing I pay attention to, and I really appreciated the rhyme where he rhymed like espresso and Volvo. Like, I was like, that's kind
really
of
cool.
nice. Okay.
Yeah. Really out of the box thinking right there. All right, well, yeah, and it's a great thing that the album actually came to be because it happened in the aftermath of a near-fatal motorcycle accident that Phil was involved in March of 2012, and it served as a big inspiration to him to have a speedy recovery and write his solo album. So I have to say I think it paid off really tremendously because he's a really cool songwriter and musician overall. So I'm really glad he did this. Yeah, Phil has one show planned on August 31st, which will be today if you're listening to it the first day that this comes out, in Austin, Texas. If you're listening in Austin, Texas, go and check out that show. The details are all on his Facebook page, which I will provide all of the links for every artist that we play at the end of the show today. So let's take a peek into the news of the music industry this week. First on the list, U2 has confirmed that they are releasing a new album this year and rumored to be releasing next month, according to Rolling Stone magazine. And during this year's Super Bowl, U2 debuted their single Invisible, which allowed viewers to download the song for free. The band has recently worked with producer Danger Mouse, Ryan Tedder, and David Guetta. So it'll be interesting to hear what they have upcoming. I know they have a lot of albums out right now, so it'll be pretty cool to see. I haven't listened to the first single, Invisible. Have you?
No, it sounds like it would be the shit though.
Yeah. Absolutely. Second up, Kathy Griffin, who graduated from my high school, actually.
Whoa.
She challenged Nicki Minaj to a butt challenge.
Nice.
A butt challenge. And it's in accordance to Nicki's Anaconda video, which has recently been brought to the surface and been thought to be a little bit controversial by some people. But Kathy told Rolling Stone that it's like the Ice Bucket Challenge, but it doesn't have any charity associated with it at all, and it's completely gratuitous.
It's just for no reason at all. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a butt challenge. So we'll see if Nicki accepts her challenge, I wonder. And last up, Selena Gomez posted an anti-bullying message on her Instagram page. Her message read, "Special request to all you kids returning to school in August. If you see someone who is struggling to make friends or being bullied because he or she doesn't have many friends, or because they're shy or not as pretty or not as dressed in clothes, please step up. So I think that's nice that she posted that up on her page to try to divert away a little bit of the bullying population.
Yeah, I really see a lot of the Disney lifestyle in her.
Yep.
It's shining through.
It's shining through,
So
straight on through.
you go, Selena.
All right. Next up on the agenda, we're going to hear from a Twin Cities hard rock band who goes by the name of Our Final Mistake. They just started up as a group around late March to early April of this year, and they are still growing as a band. But they released a single on May 20th called Not the Last Time, which is said to be included on an upcoming EP from the band that is still untitled and unannounced as of yet. But we can definitely be looking forward to that. So let's hear what Our Final Mistake's teaser single called Not the Last Time sounds like. Alright, well that was a really high energy song, I thought. It had a really big sound to all of the instruments involved, I thought, and all of the instrument players, or all the members in the band, I guess, were really skilled, I think. You could really tell. The kick drum was really in your face, and the drum sound overall was really crisp. I thought that the production work on that was really cool, and I see that here that it was produced by Alec Thick, who is also a member in the band, who's a guitar player. I wish I could have heard the bass guitar a little bit more in the mix, though, but that's really nitpicking. But I thought that the song overall just reminded me a lot of some like late 90s, early 2000s alternative hard rock songs that I've heard. And what do you think?
I thought it kind of reminded me of City of the Week. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Have you listened to them? Yeah, it's like this like post-hardcore thing, but they're like kind of mixing in some new elements with the vocals, and it really reminded me of like Steph with an F from City of the Week, which is super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it did have like a little bit of an element of City of the Week into it, because I've heard a few of their singles, and I thought that as far as this song goes, the guitar solo towards the end of it seemed really cool, kind of it were pretty plain and simple, like to the point, which I thought was nice, but I actually kind of wish I could have heard a little bit more of what the guitar player had to offer. Heard him go up on those higher notes and shred a little bit, but overall really heavy hitting song. And just before its release, actually, as a side note, the lead vocalist, Caden, posted on the band's Facebook page with a message about the song's release that I thought came as a nice addition. And he stated, "Not the Last Time is about essentially breaking out. By this, I mean breaking from stereotypes, what people assume is right and proper, or what we as people should be. Just because you don't fit into the mold or the norm doesn't mean that you should be treated any less. It's what makes you, you, and Not the Last Time is about empowering those who are afraid to be themselves and not be real with who they are as people. All of us in the band are not stereotypes by any means. We're awkward dudes who came from so many backgrounds. We're not the generic people who are rebellious and say screw the system. We just like to play music, quote SpongeBob, play video games, and be us. And we like ourselves that way. Any quirks or qualities that you may have that people look down upon, don't bring yourself down because of that. Without being individuals, this world would be seriously boring. So when you listen to Not the Last Time, I want you to embrace that feeling of being unique. Screw what everyone else says and tells you is right, be you." I thought that was a really nice message to add along with that, with a single from the group.
Oh, for sure. I own like a lot of the seasons of SpongeBob, so I approve this message.
Yeah, I definitely approve that. Yeah, the mix overall sounded really raw, and like I said, I do wish I could have heard the lead vocals from Caden and the bass a little bit more in the mix overall. But again, that's just kind of nitpicky stuff. Overall, though, great work from everyone involved. So, moving along, I'm going to talk a little bit with you, Kalee, if you don't mind.
I suppose.
So, you are an independent singer-songwriter, musician in the Twin Cities area, and you go by the name Kalee Joy, correct?
Yes.
So how long have you been involved in the music industry, writing songs and whatnot?
My grandmother started paying for my guitar lessons when I was in like 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not an autodidactic. I'm like, I learned when I was in 5th grade, and then I think like I wrote my first song in like middle school, like 8th grade, and it was like really funny.
Nice.
But yeah, so I think I've just always kind of been doing it. I don't really know if there was like an epiphany moment where I was like, I must be.
Yeah, that's happened to some of us, I have to say.
I think it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice. And you're studying at school at McNally Smith, just like me. You're studying music business, correct?
Yes, I am, with a vocal minor.
Okay, gotcha. So did you start out as a business major, or did you?
No, I did my first 2 semesters as a vocal major, and the vocal program is really great, but I kind of wanted to learn more about the music business because I really didn't know a lot about it. And David Olson's music econ class, a lot of people were like, that sucks. But I was like really actually intrigued, and I really dig Dave. So
I took that class too, and I like it a lot.
Yeah,
I took a business minor, so I think that I do also think that the business program is really nice.
Oh yeah, it kicks ass.
But overall, like vocal performance program included, how do you think that studying at college has helped your artistry at all?
Oh, just taking vocal lessons, I gained like an octave in my range when I got here, because Jen Parker was my vocal instructor, and she just like, I just never like did exercises and stuff like that.
Right.
So I was like, well, this is great. Yeah. And so you really like learn, like, I think everyone should take like an applied voice lesson, because like if you don't already sing, like it's really cool to like see what your voice can do. So I think it's really cool.
Did you study any music at all before college?
I was in choir, and I was in the AP music theory class at my high school.
Okay,
cool.
I took that too.
Yeah, it was like, and like AP, and I was like,
well,
well, this is great.
the exact same thing with mine too. Yeah, I was like, all right.
I was like, okay, figured bass in the second week. I guess we can do this. And I did not like know. I was really shitty at it. And then like Andy Fleeser taught me the ropes when I came here. So that's
absolutely
better.
Yeah. So throughout your career, what groups have you been a part of, started up?
When I was like in middle school, I was in like a freaking garage band with some of my friends from school. But yeah, I usually just kind of did the solo thing, and Lavender Daughter's like the only band that I've ever like started, you know?
Uh-huh.
I've played on some session work for other people too. I just don't really talk about it. Like it's like a hush-hush thing.
Sure. Absolutely. I know you recently released a music video, right?
I did, yes. In March, or no, not in March. When was it? Like July?
July, probably.
July.
That sounds about right.
March. In July, yeah. Ryan DeReamer of Totem Ent is like Totem Ent is like a production company in my hometown of Alexandria, Minnesota, and they've been traveling all over the world. It's Ryan and his girlfriend Haley Thielen, and they go to like Oregon and stuff, and their whole thing is like never stop exploring. So they do like video work for people, and then they go on adventures and like kind of publish the stuff. It's super cool. You can like find it on Facebook, and I graduated high school with him, and he like did 2 videos for me, one for my song 4 a.m. Glory off Brand New Truth, and another one like a live session with Seth Hines Marquette on the drums for Morals, etc. Yeah, Seth's nice. Hilarious, but yeah. That's
awesome. So the song 4 a.m. Glory, do you want to tell us a little bit about the song and how it kind of relates to the premise of the music video at all?
Oh yeah, I wrote it. I wrote a lot of things, a lot of the songs on that record I did write them all, but I wrote them like freshman year in my dorm bathroom because like all my roommates would be like loud, and I'd be like, it really like resonates in there. I'm just gonna go in there. And like I wrote it about this like clearly I wrote it about this like douchebag I met freshman year who a lot of people know and hated him. Like and you're like, yep, I know who this is. And I don't know. I wrote like most of the record about him. I wrote like the first track, One Bed, One Bath. It was like kind of like a what if. It was like in the beginning of my infatuation, and then like at the end, I like wanted it to be like a bookend. 4 a.m. Glory is kind of like fuck off. It's like I can't really put it in a better way. Yeah. So yeah, I wrote it about. It's like kind of about a one night stand. I don't know. That's what the whole music video was in a sense. And I got like actors and stuff, and so I was like, yeah, this will be great.
Well, I mean, I guess if it weren't for the douchebags, we wouldn't have such great music around. Yeah, you know. So where can people go to find your music video, listen to it, see the video, and any other projects you have?
You can go to kaleejoy.bandcamp.com to listen for free to my EP Brand New Truth, and you can buy it. It's $7 for 7 tracks.
Nice.
And to find my music video, you can go on Facebook and like Kalee Joy, and you can get all my updates. Or you can even just friend me on my personal one, and I'll be like, hey, like it's really chill. It's all chill about it, yeah. And so yeah, it's on Totem Ent's YouTube. So
sweet. So yeah, I guess just go on YouTube, search up Kalee Joy 4 a.m. Glory, and you can find that. All right, well, thank you for joining me on the show today. So let's get into some more tunes. Next, we are going to hear from an independent folk pop artist hailing from New Brunswick, Canada. His name's Jared Lutes, and the song from him we're going to hear is called I Am Overcome, which was released as part of a full-length album he released recently, which is his 3rd album to date. Although he has also confirmed that he is in the works on a 4th. And he's obviously a very hardworking guy since he has so many albums out. Very dedicated to making music. He has kind of a Mumford & Sons-esque vibe to his songs, I think. This one in particular. So let's lend an ear on over to Jared Lutes and his song I Am Overcome.
Hold you here inside my heart. Walls of steel and stone. I and I alone must bear the relics of your love. In the shadow of the mountain, the lonely hero stands. Memories flood the land, and the earth is swept away. I am stumbling, I am falling, I am overcome. I remember days of glory, silver at your feet. People line the streets to see your victory parade. to toil and reason, hearts are crying out. Do you hear the sound above the static in your head? I am breathless, I am speechless, I am overcome. This phantom love that leaves me haunted. The real you was all I ever shining cities, the hero marches on. Too late to turn back now, her visions cast along the way. I am holding, I am fading, I am overcome. I am dreaming, I am yearning, I am hoping, always searching. I am conquered, I am beaten, but my heart is still repeating. I am dreaming, I am yearning, I am hoping, always searching. I am conquered, I am beaten, but my heart is still repeating. I am dreaming, I am yearning, I am hoping, always searching. I am conquered, I am beaten, I am overcome.
All right, once again, that was Jared Lutes and his song, I Am Overcome. What'd you think, Kalee?
I think, like, I couldn't hear a banjo if there was. Like, it was really far back in the mix, but it is so messed up if there wasn't a banjo on that song. Because I think everything needs a 5-string banjo, and
Yeah.
I think that, like, especially that song. Like, and a lot of people are like, oh, bluegrass is, like, so boring. But, like, no. Like, it's, like, so cool. And it's, like, in everything nowadays, and it's like, influences of that kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's really,
absolutely.
really big right now.
Yeah, it had a really nice sound to it. I thought just the song. I mean, all the instrumentation in it. Like you said, I don't know if there was a banjo in it. I couldn't really tell.
There was hella mando.
Yeah,
Hella
mandolin. Yeah, I was gonna say it's really nice sounding up front and everything. There was a really cool piano edition, which I don't really hear in a lot of those like folk pop type songs.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really cool because he hit a lot of like those really low notes on the piano, which I thought made the song come together really well. There was a bridge in the middle there. It kind of went unnoticed because it followed the same melody as the rest of the song, but it was cool. And then after that and towards the end, there was like a little part with a little snare drum and the Celtic flute interlude.
Oh, like the elvish pan
Yeah.
flute. That was cool.
That was a really nice surprise. I wish I could have heard that for a few more bars, but
Yeah.
I guess it that makes you keep wanting more, keep wanting to hear his music. So, and it's really surprising that actually came from a dude from Canada.
Yeah, because usually, like, you'd think he would be, like, all nerdy, like,
Yep.
like, gonna go eat some geese. I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
Eat some geese.
It was super good.
Yep. High energy. It was a high energy song. Really made me want to dance in my seat. But I wasn't gonna do that. So, but he seems like a really talented songwriter. He obviously pays really close attention to what he's doing. And in the email he sent me along with the track, he briefly described his process in which he created the album and the song that we just heard. And he went into it and he said, after years of recording with various producers in different studios with mixed results, I decided to take the reins and put my experience and vision into creating, producing, mixing, and mastering my own album. I am especially proud of I Am Overcome, making the decisions and finding the musicians to contribute many of the instruments, although I myself performed the acoustic guitars, percussion, flute, celesta, horns, piano, and vocals on the track. So I think it really paid off well, and I think he did a really nice job at it, especially with such an on-the-spot decision as to self-record, and all the arrangements that he did, and, you know, just the on-the-spot decision to produce an entire album for yourself, which, I mean, from personal experience, I can tell you that's no easy feat. So the fact that he was able to muster up the motivation in himself to be able to get through that whole process is pretty incredible, I thought.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah, well, shows, if you're in the Canadian area.
Just all of Canada. Like, if you're in Canada at all, just find him.
Shows coming up. He's going to be at the Octopus Garden in Alma, New Brunswick. He's playing a solo show there September 6th. On September 12th, he's going to be playing at Duncan's Pub in Amherst, Nova Scotia. I don't know many Canadian cities, so I apologize if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong. September 19th, he's going to be playing at the Casino NB in Moncton, New Brunswick, with an entire band, just a backing band with him, I guess. And then on September 20th, he's playing at the Pump House Brewery in Moncton, New Brunswick, and he's playing with a trio. So,
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, playing a lot of shows.
Dude.
I'd be interested to see how he plays live, because I thought that recording was really tight. But let's cruise right into the fourth song here. So we're gonna be hearing from a band that's got a pretty decent name made up for themselves, actually. They've got a really smart way about their marketing and getting people to hear their stuff. They go by the name of Canto, C-A-N-T-O, and they're from Sierra Madre, California. They're a 3-piece indie alternative rock band, and they've got a really cool sound. Personally, I catch some surf rock influences in their music. But the song we're about to play from them is called Flag, and it's a single of theirs that was released on June 11th of this year with a B-side called Hydraulic Machinery. So, why don't we take a listen to Canto with their song Flag?
Can I be real for a minute and let you know my heart's still in it? I'm in love with you. I never said it and I still regret it, but now what can I do? I can't spend enough time around her when they're all sand and she's gunpowder, and I spend all day trying to be Flint in the lock. I'd be real for a minute and let you know my heart's still in it. I'm in love with you. I never said it, and I still regret it. But now, what can I do?
All right, well, that was Canto with Flag. I thought that there was a really, I know I'd caught right from the beginning of this song, there was like that really cool guitar riff in the beginning, and that kind of drew my attention. And then, but then what kind of really drew me in, I thought, was how the lead vocalist, he had a really powerful voice. It kind of reminds me of like Alex Turner from the Arctic Monkeys. It's kind of like a pitchy vocal, but it was nice. Like, you could tell it was kind of intended and just part of their sound. And I think the vocalist was actually the one who emailed me the song. Really nice guy overall.
What really caught my attention is, that's like funny. Well, I like where his vocals sat in the mix. I really like that. It was kind of crunchy. And I really like the sinister organ tritone at the end that terrified me, but also kicked ass. Like, I thought that was really cool. That was
really sweet. Yeah,
the way these weird outros. I really dig that.
That was really cool how they ended the song that way. And I thought that the song overall was nice, just in that it was mainly just like stringed instruments, like guitar and the bass in the background, and then occasional vocals, and then like every now and then in like the little parts, the breaks between the verses and the choruses, there was like a little occasional drum fill with, cymbal swells and tom-toms. So in that way, it was a little bit different than a lot of their other songs, at least the ones that I've heard. But it was nice that they were able to show all sides of their songwriting with that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, they're an up-and-coming band with a great vibe, but they've got a really catchy sound to them, and I think it's catching on a lot. Currently, they've reached 13,000 likes on their Facebook page, so obviously the public is responding to their music. And they currently don't have any shows lined up, but when they do, it will be up on all of their social media pages, which I will announce at the end of the show. And online, they describe that their debut album, Ha Ha Ha, received critical acclaim, and their video for their first single, Farewell, Well, Well, was aired on MTV for 12 weeks, and it was featured on MTV's 120 Minutes for 8 weeks. And they've also worked with multi-platinum producer Brian Karlstrom, who's worked with Alice in Chains and The Offspring in the past, which clearly explains their great sound, I thought. So I guess that explains a lot of why that song sounded the way it did. Really clean overall. But it's about that time. We're going to play a game. So today we're going to play a music trivia game. So I just 10 questions, all multiple choice, all have 4 possible answers.
Oh, I'm going to lose so hard.
It's all right. But if you don't have to get all of them correct to win. So, but if you do win, some of you listening in may know, the winners of our games get their random choice of one of the many unmarked cassettes that I had on my wall at my apartment. None of them have names on them or anything, but I toted them over here to be able to have you pick one at random. So they're all in a bag at the corner right now, but you can't look, you can't see any of the names, you just have to reach your hand in, grab one. But that's if you get 6 or more correct.
Oh, I'm not going to be walking away with one of those cassettes.
You might, hey, don't be so down on yourself.
All right.
You might do well.
Okay, I'm going to kick ass.
We'll see.
Okay.
We've had a lot of guests in the past who say they're not going to do anything and then they get like 8 correct. So.
Oh,
we'll
8?
See. Yeah.
It's like a B.
That's like a B, yep. All right, so question number 1.
God.
What famous 90s pop-punk band member got severely burned and was one of the only 2 survivors in a plane crash? Was it A, Mark Hoppus, B, John Kiffmeyer, C, Travis Barker, or D, Trey Cool?
Was it C?
That's correct.
Whoa, now. All right.
That was Travis Barker.
Nice.
All right, so that was good. I gotta mark that down here somewhere. 1. Okay. Number 2. Which of the following did the Beatles have thrown at them because fans heard that George Harrison liked them? Was it A, jelly beans, B, peanuts, C, cigarettes, or D, tea bags?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. A?
Jelly beans, that's correct.
Oh, it is? I literally did not know. That's kind of awkward.
Yep.
Like jelly beans.
That's all right. You got 2 correct. You're 2 for 2 right now.
All right.
Number 3. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith was originally written for whom? Was it A, Liv Tyler, B, Celine Dion, C, Alanis Morissette, or D, Cher?
Oh my god. Cher?
Celine Dion.
It's all right.
Yep.
It's all right.
Close enough. All right. Number 4. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, without music, life would be blank. A, a mistake, B, a dream, C, very dull, or D, lacking.
A? I don't...
A is correct.
Oh, thank God. I know so much about German philosophy. It's like intense.
Yep, I know. I mean, I can tell. You obviously got that right.
Yeah, I used to major in it. Yeah, at
German
McNally.
philosophy.
At McNally.
German specifically, not just philosophy.
No, yeah, German.
German philosophy. Central German philosophy is the next.
Yeah, Czech philosophy was so shitty. I couldn't even pay attention in the class. Okay, continue. This is dragging on. Okay.
Number 5. Whose YouTube count is greater than the population of China and India combined?
That's what a time to be alive. Like, seriously.
Is it A, Lil Wayne,
God.
B, Justin Bieber, C, The Beatles, or D, PewDiePie?
Dude, B.
It's B,
Yes.
Justin Bieber.
That little shit.
I know,
Crazy.
he's a little shit.
Yep.
All right, number 6. Your favorite song is most likely to be your favorite song. Why? Is it A, because your favorite artist plays it? B, it puts you in a good mood? C, you associate it with an emotional event? Or D, it subconsciously annoys you?
C.
It's correct.
Yes, my friend Seth told me that a bunch.
You associate it with an emotional event.
He like that's his thing.
That's already 5 correct. You only need 1 more to be able to win a
Oh,
cassette.
good God.
All right. Well, you got 4 more. You've got 4 more questions. So
Okay,
let's
my
see what you got.
odds are good.
Number 7. What mimics the music you listen to? Is it A, your brain, B, your breath, C, your heart, or D, your little sister?
C.
C is correct.
Oh
your
my
heart.
God.
You already got 6. But we're gonna do some more questions,
All right.
just because we can.
Just cause, yeah.
8. The type of music you listen to affects A, your eyesight, B, the food you eat, C, your favorite color, or D, how you perceive the world.
D.
That is correct.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's 7. See? You didn't think you were going to do well at
Wow.
all.
I'm like going hard right now.
Number 9. What is the world's best-selling instrument? Is it A, the harmonica, B, the guitar, C, the bass guitar, or D, the drums?
Guitar, I think.
The harmonica.
Why is it the harmonica?
I don't know.
Why is it
I really
banjo
don't know.
on there? God damn it. It's fine.
All right. And finally, number 10. Which of the following is true about Lil Wayne? A, he graduated from Princeton. B, he's won 20 Grammys. C, he dropped out of school at 14. Or D, he has a son.
Dude, I feel like the last 2 are right. What's the question? Is it like...
Which of the following is true?
Oh, what? C. Is it C?
It is C.
Okay.
That is correct, and that makes a total of 8 correct out of 10. So that means that you get
A
your
B.
pick of a... that's right. Yep, you get a B. But you also get a cassette out of our random bag. So why don't you go and grab your choice
Oh, God.
and tell us what you got when you come back. So apparently you got a cassette that the A side, all of the artists are ripped off, except for one that's sort of in the middle, I guess, called Tree Fall. And the B side seems to be the same, but the middle artist is Mobius Strip.
Dude, that's a shitty prize.
Yeah.
I have no idea who any of that is.
You're gonna find out, apparently.
I'm gonna give it to someone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna re-gift this. And I think people will like it, though.
You gotta re-gift.
A cassette is, like, cool, though, nowadays. I think it's coming back just like
Do you
vinyl.
have a player?
No, my friend Seth does in his car, though.
Okay,
So
well, hey.
I'll rock it with that. I have a
There you
bunch of
go.
The Cure cassettes, so that's funny.
That's hilarious. All right, well, congratulations on winning your shitty cassette.
Shitty cassette.
Last up on the music mix, we're going to hear from Rob Cantor, I guess. Rob Cantor, he's an artist from LA, and he released his debut album, Not a Trampoline, recently, which the album cover for it is actually a piece of fried chicken drumstick.
Cool.
So that grabbed my attention right away, which is pretty much the only reason that I asked him to send me a song. But we're going to hear the second to last song off of the album, which is called Perfect. And it's got a bit of a poppy, upbeat tempo to it, a little bit similar to like the Don't Worry Gina song that we heard from Ajjarapu at the beginning of the podcast. But it'll be a nice song to end with. And one might even say it's perfect. Get it? Because the song's called Perfect.
Oh, clever.
Yep.
Clever. Look at your wit. God.
I'm so good. All right, well, here we go with Rob Cantor and Perfect.
High in the clouds, up on a hill, you talk to the stars, they tell you to chill. I try to tell you what everyone knows, you're perfect in the way that you are. If you stole all the colors that persist in the air, sold them to black without much of a care, drew on my art, bleeped every sound, I thank you 'cause you left me my heart. Compassion always sets you apart. You and I will always belong, so give a little sing to your song. Don't be sad or scared at all, even if you can't recall. You're perfect in the way that you are. Perfect in the way that you are. If you took a boat to the middle of sea and spent all my money seeking treasures for me, I came up empty-handed every week after week. I tell you that your love is still cheap, that you are worth the trouble to keep. You and I will always belong. You and I will always belong. So give a little sing to your song. Give a little sing to your song. Don't be sad or scared at all, even if you can't recall. Perfect in the way that you are. Perfect in the way that you are. Perfect in the way that you are. Even if you're slightly ajar, even if you're looking bizarre, even though you failed us so far, you're perfect in the way that you are. Even when you're coming apart, even when you're breaking my heart, even when you love a la carte, you're perfect in the way that you are. Perfect in the way that you are. Perfect in the way that you are. Perfect in the way that you are.
All right, once again, that was Perfect by Rob Cantor. Again, he is a musician residing in Los Angeles, California, and on his Facebook page, he also describes himself as an occasional impressionist. I thought that the song was really nice. In the beginning of the song, there was a really cool, like, lo-fi piano tone to it, which I thought was really cool. It kind of drew my attention, and the bass sound that kind of went along with that was really pillowy. I think it was probably like a synth bass or sampled, but the song overall was very driven by piano, and caught little hints of like Queen and just I don't know, just a whole bunch of different people in there. Anything you wanted to add?
Yeah, I got like the Bohemian Rhapsody vibe in some parts of it. I also like, you remember who Owl City is? Like,
Yep.
you remember that shit?
Yep.
Like, that's still a thing, I think. But it sounded like kind of like his vocal timbre was very much like Adam Young from Owl City. I don't know.
I can definitely catch that. Yeah, that's interesting. You should say that. But the instruments in the song were like very different. I couldn't really tell what everything was because it shifted around so much. You kind of like just little bits and pieces of different instruments and forms of percussion in there. But I guess it kind of made for like a really cool production song. But yeah, like I said, he also describes himself on his Facebook page as an occasional impressionist. He's got some pretty funny videos up on YouTube, and actually one of them that he recently put up is a video of himself and another musician doing this song, just in different, like I think 29, I believe, different celebrity impressions using different celebrity voices. And that and a whole bunch of other videos, which are all pretty funny. And I always just love seeing a musician who has a really cool sense of humor, because I think it's a way of like connecting to the audience in a whole new light. And yeah, I don't know. But that album, Not a Trampoline, was released in April of this year, and it is available online at the price of $8 or more. If you'd like to donate some extra money his way, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. That was produced and mixed by Greg Tronick, and it was engineered by Bora Karaka. So, it's about that time at the end of the show. We're going to give you the links to where you can go and listen to all of the artists that we played today. Give you some more info. Kalee will give you her links after that, and then we'll send you on your way for the week. So, I guess first off, what was your favorite song of the week?
Oh, of the ones today?
Yeah.
The bluegrassy one.
The Jared Lutes?
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool,
I liked that, the Canadian thing.
Yeah. I think personally my favorite was probably the first one, Don't Worry Gina, by Phil.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go, and I'll give you the links that you can go and check out these people at. First up, we heard from Phil Ajjarapu. You can go and check out his music at facebook.com/PhilAjjarapuMusic, philajjarapu.bandcamp.com, and soundcloud.com/Phil-Ajjarapu. Again, that song was called Don't Worry Gina off of his album called Sing Along Until You Feel Better. Second up, we heard from Our Final Mistake. We heard the song Not the Last Time, which is a single which is going to be off of an upcoming album. Go and check out that song at facebook.com/OurFinalMistake and OurFinalMistake.bandcamp.com. Third up, we heard the bluegrassy song from Jared Lutes. Go check out his music at www.jaredlutes.com. That's JAREDLUTES. Go check out his Facebook page at facebook.com/JaredLutes1 and soundcloud.com/JaredLutes. Fourth up, we heard Flag, which is a single from Canto. A single from Canto. You can go check out their music at cantotheband.com, facebook.com/cantotheband, canto-california.bandcamp.com. And that song was Flag, and it was also a single which it had a B-side on it as well, so go check out both of those songs. Last up, we heard from Rob Cantor. Go check out his music at robcantor.com, facebook.com/robcantormusic, robcantormusic.bandcamp.com, and soundcloud.com/rob-cantor. And Kalee, where can people go to check out your stuff again?
KaleeJoy.bandcamp.com. So KaleeJoy.bandcamp.com. Yeah, that's where you can find my music and crap.
Okay, cool. And then Lavender Daughter has one too, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's kind of like we're going with our new lineup, and our first show with the new lineup though is September 18th at Nomad in Minneapolis. So
Okay.
like headlining is Denami and the Blue, and then we play it with the all female funk band Pocket Watch. And
Oh, sweet.
So that's gonna be a cool show. It's gonna be like the first official one with the new lineup. So
Nice. I'm gonna go check that out, definitely. All right, and of course you can go and check out all of my stuff if you so choose. Go and find the podcast on iTunes. Just search The Weekly Waltz. You will definitely find me. I'm probably going to be the only one that you find. We have a unique enough name. But if you hit that subscribe button, you will find every single episode that we've ever done. Whereas on SoundCloud, if you go and check that out, you can go and hear our 3 most recent episodes, since I would have to pay SoundCloud to have anything more. But you can go and check that out at soundcloud.com/theweeklywaltz. Go follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/theweeklywaltz and facebook.com/theweeklywaltz. And on our Facebook page, actually, there's a little donate tab at the top if you have any pocket change, anything running around in your washing machine that you want to send to me, please do so. And again, go and subscribe to us on iTunes and find us on all of our other social media outlets. So thank you, Kalee, for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. This is super chill.
All right, cool. Well, I'm sure I'll have you on a show some other time in a few weeks or something like that. Once again, this is Jimmy Byrne signing off of The Weekly Waltz this week. So go support local music. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.